We're sitting in the middle lane doing like 50. You're like, oh, it's bad news. Bad news.
Bad news, Brian.
But Babysitter's Adventures, Graeme.
Yes, that's my idea, and that's
Aliens and sci-fi.
I'm sticking with it.
It's a good one. So we could have a horror babies. That's kind of been done, though, isn't it? Would the baby be horrible or like a possessed baby?
No, but I'm saying like that's where your revenge ghost could be.
That's
in that one.
okay.
Do you know what I mean?
But it's not my revenge ghost. It was your revenge ghost last week.
It's a haunted house that they're
Haunted
babysitting
electric
in.
car. Oh, okay. So
Okay.
like they get the call.
So
they gotta go.
the baby's fine. It's just the house is haunted.
Does the baby live in the house?
Do you
though?
know what? The house is built on an old Indian burial ground. And it's
Not again.
yeah, disaster.
And they've only noticed now.
Yeah.
For some reason, the
No,
Indians are finally pissed off. They're like,
You see, it doesn't haunt the people who live in the house. It only haunts the people who come to visit.
so they like the people who live there.
Yeah.
Okay. And do
Because
they
they're
know?
relatives of the old Indians that are buried there.
Okay. So it's like it's been a family plot for
Yes.
a long time.
Years.
But
Generations.
anyone who comes in,
Yeah, people
not
come in, it's
welcome.
like, get out,
get out.
get out. That sort of way, you know.
Is that all they do?
Well, like, you know, the curtains will start flapping.
Flapping does it escalate? And do
it
the
gets
people
worse
who
and
live
worse.
there?
Knives start flying across
Okay,
the
well
room.
that's escalating. Do the people that live in the house know that it's haunted, or do they think everything's fine?
I think they think everything's fine. Yeah, they just.
It's not like a Casper the Friendly Ghost situation where they know there's ghosts, but
No.
they're good to them. They just think they live in a great house.
Yeah, they live in a house because the ghosts don't bother them
Okay.
because they're family.
So anyone who comes over, so if like a plumber comes in or something,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah. The
Seriously?
toilet will
They
attack
don't,
them
like kind
get
of
sucked into the toilet.
and go die, or just be like
Well, nearly
put out in the sewer,
like half drowned. I'd say.
like what's that thing like Ghostbusters when the bathtub comes alive and it tries to eat the, remember that slime monster thing?
Oh yeah.
Reach for the baby. Oh, another baby. Yeah. This will work. We could do this.
It's gonna work, Joe.
It's going to work a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to pitch it to Netflix?
See, I was just thinking because I was babysitting my own kids the other day.
I don't think that's called babysitting.
Yeah,
That's just called parenting.
it's, you know, I don't get paid for it.
You don't.
I'm
of
a
course
free
not.
babysitter.
That's
basically
called being a father, I think.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. You're right in saying that. So I was being a dad the other day.
Yeah, adventures in
And-
dad sitting.
Yeah, dad sitting. And one of my kids fell into a pond while I was watching him.
Now, when you say when you were watching them,
Yeah, I was watching.
were
I
you
was
looking
there.
at it happen?
I was kind of right. The pond is in the front garden, and
Okay.
we were all outside just messing. And
Already, this is
there was a
raising lots of red
figure of
flags.
8 pond.
Figure of eight pond.
Yeah, in their great granddads and great grandmas garden.
So, like the pond makes
It's
it
like
eight,
two
or it's
circles.
two
Yeah. And we were outside, and I was fixing up. There's a bird feeder beside it.
Yeah.
and I was fixing that up because one of the things had fallen
So
down.
you
off
weren't
it.
paying attention.
And then I turned around and I saw my son was reaching into the pond to grab a plastic duck in it.
Okay.
And had his hand on a flower pot as he was
Okay.
stretching.
Already
But
a lot
obviously,
of morning
and just
calls.
as I was saying, I turned around and I was like, Tom, now be careful. As soon as I went to say that to him, flower pot went from under his left hand, splush head first into the pond, and I was like, "Oh, here!" So I ran over.
It was a deep pond.
Yeah, it's deep enough, man. Deep enough that you could, struggle. If you were a small child.
Yeah.
So I went over and I was
couldn't
reaching in
touch the
trying to
ground.
grab him.
He couldn't just
But he
stand
kept on getting further away from me and I
He was
couldn't reach
floating away.
him. He just because he was struggling, the poor little man.
He was inadvertently swimming
Yeah,
away.
yeah, exactly. Just like hands
he
and
couldn't-
legs going 90,
he
going.
couldn't touch the bottom.
Oh
God.
He probably could, but he wasn't trying. He was just
Well,
lying
yeah.
that way, lying on his side, and it's like just put your feet down the ground.
only
But I was
small.
trying to grab his foot to pull him back in,
Yeah.
but he kept on getting further away from me, so I had to dive in after him.
Oh no!
And
did you have time to take your shoes and socks off or anything like that?
No, jumped in,
No.
shoes, socks, phone, wallet,
Oh, no.
the whole kit and caboodle. And
Okay, phone broke.
and that's when I came up with the idea for babysitting adventures.
In that moment,
Yeah.
you were like, "Wait a minute, son.
this is a
I gotta
great-
give me a pen. You're all, give me another 30 seconds there, son. I just gotta get this down."
Yeah. But we got him out, and he was
I hope
screaming,
so.
screaming the house there.
I'd say,
oh God,
fright of that though.
It was
That's
just
like,
yeah, but he's more worried about being wet than actually thinking that he nearly died.
died
You
and
know, that
drowning.
he could have drowned.
Yeah.
And
he just didn't like being icky. He was,
and then of
also-
course I was just like, my phone, my phone. Somebody, get me a towel, please.
screaming at him.
And then putting the phone in a thing of rice and all that
Did
jazz.
it work? Is it alright?
Yeah, it's fine, man. It was
That's
working.
alright then.
In fact, it's working a bit better.
Is it
than it was
better?
before.
Maybe you just needed to rinse off.
Just pond phone.
So
So
you
everybody
weren't
survived.
paying attention. You were doing the bird
I
house.
was paying attention. I was looking at him.
You're looking at him too late, and you didn't. You said, "Tom, be careful." He didn't even get the words out. If you had got that
Yeah.
out just before, he might have been like, "You're right. Actually, this is not careful, Dad."
Look, this is one of these life lessons for him.
Was it
you know?
like it is? We're going head first in the water.
At
as
least
a
I
little
was
kid.
there. I was there in the vicinity.
At least I was there. The Grays Singleton
Yes.
Slow. You get that in a T-shirt for your parenting. At least I was there. That's what you were
At least
saying.
I was there. Nearly never won the race.
You say that now when they're like,
He lived to he lived to live another day. What is it?
He lived to fight another day. He lived to live another
He
day.
lived to live another day, and then he died.
That's another T-shirt slogan for you there. We're going to get these down. At least I was there.
At least I was there. He lived to live another day. Yeah, we should actually.
Do t-shirts.
That's where we can make money.
That's serious
just by
money.
putting really funny slogans on
On
t-shirts.
T-shirts and cups, we get some mugs as well.
Oh yeah,
At least I was there.
Key
and
rings,
Key rings. Maybe those.
hats, baseball caps.
Oh yeah, bring the trucker caps back. Live to live another day. And then what else could you do? Those little pen lights. Do you need to shine a logo on the wall?
Oh yeah, they're
Promotional.
good.
Yeah,
Little
everyone
lasers.
loves them for like 5 minutes and goes.
Those little things that you can clip onto your wrist.
Oh,
you know those little snappers.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're laughing.
that's great. Let's get that. Let's get on to China. Get some stuff made.
Oh yeah.
Design this.
Hello, China.
Oh, China! I need 50,000 key rings saying he lived to live another day. Send it to whatever. Bye. Yeah.
What could possibly
How
go
much
wrong?
will that be? That'll be 28 cents, please. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
great value.
They're unbelievable value
Excellent.
there. You get some serious stuff
Pleasure
for nothing
doing
in
business.
China.
You do. They know how to do it. They know how to keep the cost low. How they do that, we won't ask. But they seem
Yes.
to be able to make things very cheaply.
Yeah.
We won't inquire too much
No.
about what goes on in
You're
the
probably
factory.
Better off.
Yeah,
Not
everyone's happier. Well,
Not
I
knowing.
am. Yeah.
Yeah. There's another saying. Not knowing is better than knowing.
You're just maybe this is you found your calling, Graeme.
Yeah.
Coming up with sort of semi-deep, semi-stupid kind of Zen koan little mantras. Not knowing is better than knowing. That is very true. I find
Sometimes.
that's very applicable. I don't know. I think it's arguably
Most of the time.
yeah. Because if you don't know if it's better or not.
Yeah.
So even if it turns out that you would have been better off known, you never know that. So you'll still feel okay about it.
Exactly. And you
So
can
do
just
you
go
know-
about your day and not be worrying about knowing
Yeah,
that.
like if you had to win a lotto ticket and then it's in the bin and you didn't know what the numbers were, and then the numbers come up, you're just sitting there.
Another
No.
case of not knowing is better than knowing.
I'm struggling to think of a case when knowing is better. Well, obviously
I'm
there
finding
is.
it hard to even think of a time, Joe.
So your son nearly drowned, and you thought
Yeah.
of
But then, because of his near-death experience and me being the hero that I am,
Yeah.
jumping in without a care for my
going
phone.
fucking phone, fuck's sake, fucking son, stupid dog.
It's only now that I've realised there is like death traps all over
Everywhere, yeah.
the
And
countryside.
kids are silly, and they're going to just walk pretty much directly towards any of them they can find.
Yeah.
At all times.
Yeah, they don't look. They just don't look.
They don't
and
look.
it's like, you tried your little. I feel like I've said it enough times that they
Well,
should know by now.
I think
but
you
like,
have to keep saying it.
oh, and I will.
They're still very young though, so they will get it eventually. But yeah. Well, you think you just have to say it once that it's like your friend, like
Not
"Here,
once,
guys,
man. I've said it about 500 times now. I imagine.
don't look.
Yeah, but there's like barbed wire all over the place, man. There's a canal. There's a little stream. There's like just
Roving packs of
roads with no
dogs.
pads. There's no
Yeah.
lights. There's like fucking
Roads where everyone drives like
Ponds.
they're Colin
Bloody
McRae kind of
ponds.
coming around the corner as well. Yeah.
people on scramblers.
Yeah.
Bloody fucking
Quads.
crazy for their bikes and their
They
cars
love-
down
yeah,
there.
flying
They all
around.
have those cars down there that go.
That was when I lived in Wicklow. That was the thing as well. You'd hear all night. I think it's teenagers. There's nothing to do down there. Like if you're
Oh yeah.
16, 17, 18, and you can't just hang around down the like McDonald's throwing stones at people, whatever they do in Dublin. So they all just drive everywhere and just fly around.
On mad stuff.
And like
all
farting
the
cars,
quads, all the scramblers, all that stuff, man, all the noisy shit, like, you know.
Very noisy.
And it's going very fast on them, Joe.
They do, and people are always getting clipped and dying and stuff. We hear about everyone dying, I guess. So you don't hear about all the people who make it home safe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, they need more good stories like that in the news, don't you?
Yeah.
And Tom got home safe
We
from
do.
school today.
They should have to do that to balance it out. So if they say, 3 people died in a car crash today and truck smashed
Over
in.
3 million kids arrived safe home from school
You'd
that
be
day
like,
too.
oh, okay, so it's grand actually. Yeah, you should take it better.
I don't know. It's still not great though, is it?
Well, you still don't want to be that guy. It's good to know it, but yeah, it's good to have the weighted. Because the news is just that now. It is just all like if you look at the news, you think, oh, I need to keep up with the news, and then it's always like 4 people stabbed in India, 9 people shot in America. It's you're like, I guess this is important, but is it really important to me, or is it just making me feel depressed and that the world is a terrible place and falling apart?
Maybe it's trying to get people to change.
Change their ways.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not
So
going
then
to
if
do
you-
any of that stuff anyway, so
Yeah.
I don't need to know. Like that's like you telling your kids,
Well,
"Don't
you say
fall
that now, Joe.
Don't
Like,
fall."
it's not like-
Do you think they need to keep reminding me not to do a mass shooting?
Yes.
Or else one day I might be like, you know what? Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I've had a bad day. Maybe I shouldn't have been laid off from this post office or whatever. They used to be what they used to do. Now it's just everyone. It's not just the postal workers. But so don't let your kids fall in ponds.
Yes.
I have visions of you doing that thing like Indiana Jones. What was the last one with Sean Connery? When like
I really made a mess of the jump in as well.
Oh,
Like,
you trying to
I was
be
just
cool?
like, because I was on my knees trying to grab his leg.
did you not dive like Baywatch?
And then, like, I just said,
Sometimes I feel
but you know, when you're just
so
weighing it all up in your head, and you're like, I have to get in here now.
Yeah.
And I just went, just flopped into the thing, and actually think I landed on top of Tom before I got him out of the water.
What are you doing? You didn't just like let yourself in feet first.
No, because I was on my knees trying to grab him.
Yeah.
Like stretching out
So you
over.
just
So then I was
belly
just like,
flopped
oh,
on
here,
top.
get in. Just, and then,
That's what?
I know when I play it all back in my head, like
This
it was
is
an
nice.
awful mess. It was all like,
I know you're probably scared now. You're going to pretend you're being cool, but you're panicking trying to grab him.
you were, of course.
Yeah. Especially trying to grab by his leg and just trying
Yeah.
him out. And he's
Yeah.
floating along. At least he floats. You know he floats. At
Yeah,
least.
he's fully. I had one of those jackets on that just soaks up the water straight
like a
away. It's
little-
like, you know, yeah.
Downy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Thing.
You know those bubble jackets.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
like once you went in, it was just like whoof.
He was
just
a
soaked
little-
up all the water.
little fisherman kind of thing. At least they didn't bring him down.
Listen, the main thing is nobody was hurt, and we've all learned a lesson. Especially
Yeah,
him.
I can't believe you
Although,
belly flopped on
cut
top
to
of him.
Tom reaching for ducks again in the pond. Like,
This time I can get it.
oh,
Leave it, Indiana. That's the thing. You're like, I can get it. He's like holding his little hand with the glove. So I can't believe you flopped in on top of him.
yeah.
So what, you just did like a seal line getting in the zoo.
Oh,
Just
just-
went,
yeah.
just off the edge.
You don't have time to think, Joe. It's just, it all happens. I'm a hero. That's all I know.
Heroes don't think, they just act.
Yeah.
And you jumped on top of your dragon.
I think it was
so-
on May 7th. May 7th.
May
No, May
7th.
6th.
May
Will forever
6th.
be known as the day that I saved my son's life.
the Heroes Day.
Yeah.
You're gonna every year you're gonna mark it. You're gonna make him buy you a present.
No, every year I'm going to throw him into the pond and, to remember the day where I saved
Are
his
you
life.
going to get him every time, or he has to get out now?
Huh?
Oh, no,
The Graeme Joe Show. The Graeme Joe Show. The Graeme Joe Show. The Graeme Joe Show. The Graeme Joe Show.
See you later, guys.
Tune in next week. It's been great. It's been beautiful.
Tell a man for himself.
Every man for himself. Adieu.
Bye-bye. The Graeme and Joe Show.
That's good. That's probably a good